All
Okay.
right. Shoot. I don't remember the cadence.
How? What
I'm trying to look it up right now.
Are we starting with the song, or are we just going?
I don't remember the lyric. Hold on. Welcome. Something about welcome to the show.
The Mark Thomas show?
What's the
No,
name of the
man.
show?
It's been that long.
It has been a long time.
That don't make no sense.
I done forgot. I'm trying to scroll through the old videos.
Welcome.
We're not live yet, are we? Does that
No.
say? Oh, it's live.
Are we live?
What in the world?
Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to the show. We ain't talk about the show.
Welcome to the show. We ain't talk about nothing show.
Welcome to the show. The We Ain't Talk About Nothing show.
Welcome to the show. The We Ain't Talk About Nothing show.
Welcome to the show. The We Ain't Where's David Elliott show.
Patrick's frozen. He's not.
He's confused, is what he is.
Are we live though?
Yeah, I think we are.
Oh, we're live. We're live, buddy.
I keep telling y'all about giving the old person the controls.
That's right. Joint. Back by popular demand.
We must be live. What's up, cousin?
Tasha Watson says, "Finally, Lord."
You should ask her for the lyrics. You got to help us get hip because we don't forget the song.
Yeah.
Aunt Jackie, what's up, Aunt Jackie?
Hey, Aunt Jackie. Yeah, okay, real talk, guys. I can't find it. Mark, is it on your page?
I'm so mad at you. Jeff Ruff in
What's
the
up,
house.
Jeff?
What's up, Ruff?
Let's talk about 55th and Thompson, baby. Good to see you. Yeah.
So, if nothing else, people sure do miss us acting the fool on here. Because Aunt Jackie has accosted me on a regular basis, and so has Felicia and others. Like, when y'all getting back on to talk about nothing?
Right. Man, look, I got my aunt, Bonnie, who is a Muslim, comes on the Christian show, and girlfriend be mad. I kind of miss y'all show.
That's Aunt Bonnie with the fried fish, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, my.
So I caught about 50 the other day.
Oh,
and
really?
I dropped
the same spot?
No, so I went out on a boat.
Okay.
So
that's right.
Out on a boat trip. So I caught 50, literally 50. And man, it was fun. I fried up a couple of them joints yesterday.
Hey, Don, that looked so good, man.
Yeah. Good
I'm
eating,
supposed to call Shatisse when I got home. I know she's gonna think I'm trying to steal her fish, man.
And I think you are too. I shouldn't have gave him
petty like that.
I should have gave him to you.
No, I literally was supposed to call her when I got home, but nah, man, I had to shave my back, and
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, bro.
It's wide. It's short, but it's wide.
All right. Maybe we should move on. Man, that's hilarious.
But really, what we doing tonight, Patrick?
Well, what's up, family? We want to welcome you. Hey, we've been taking kind of a mid-season break. We'll call it a break. Mid-season break. So we're glad to be back on the show. Welcome. Hey, do us a favor. Like the video. Give us some love. Give us some shout outs. Let me see who's out there in TV land. Pull up a virtual table. It's been a long time, y'all. Pull up a virtual chair and gather with us as we talk about nothing tonight. As always, talk about a whole lot, but talk about absolutely nothing at all. Welcome to the We Ain't Talking About Nothing show. That's right, Tasha. It's been a summer break indeed.
So what have y'all been doing the last month or a few weeks since we haven't been tuned in?
Brother, getting fat.
Oh man, I was trying not to say that, Patrick.
Man, it's been rough in these streets.
I was doing that before. Red table.
Ooh, y'all getting into it now already, girl. We
Don't push us.
Yeah. It's about to happen.
Oh man, I can't. So I was 232 pounds when I started going to the gym a couple years ago. Got down to 212, like on the regulars. I was a little lighter than that. I was 205, maybe 208. But 212, I was kind of sticking there, right? So I'm svelte.
You said 212?
Yeah. So I went to the doctor in March and I was like 222. And I was like, okay, I got 10 pounds. I need to do a little something. I went to that mug last week and weighed 234 pounds and 36 pounds, something like that. I've never weighed that much in my natural life. Even when I looked fatter, I didn't weigh that much. And bruh, I have been, y'all never seen Boomerang when Marcus comes back to the office after old girl breaks up with him? And
so we just talked about this the other day.
Yeah,
we ain't seen that show.
I can't watch movies that look old. I just
somebody that's seen Boomerang, please tell me. Well, we must be living right.
We might be doing something.
Hey,
what's
up, Pastor?
Hey,
Pastor.
Yes, sir. Out there in them streets in Baltimore.
Yes, indeed.
Glory to God. That's my man right there. Yeah. So, yeah, bro. I'm COVID fat, man, and gym clothes. I used to take my shirt off, man, and wink at myself. And now I take my clothes and I take my glasses off so I don't have to see what I got.
Well, I've lived this life for some time now, so
welcome to the club. Welcome to
baby. Crossed on over.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna get this
when you Greek, you cross the burning sands, you crossing over these fat sands.
That's right. Oh, but these licks is hurting, brother. Thank you, big brother. May I have another? No, you may not.
Oh man, yeah, I had to shut the bakery down because it was getting bad.
Bruh. Yeah. Oh, it was bacon. This Negro's bacon.
I was trying to figure it out. Can't do much of anything else.
Once you start, it's hard to stop. Because when I tried to bake a pound cake for Thanksgiving, and I've been baking ever since, man. It's rough.
And that's what happened. So I baked that cake for my birthday, right?
Right.
I've been baking biscuits and yeast rolls, apple pies, and cinnamon rolls with brown butter frosting.
Your black mouth.
So how did your yeast rolls come out?
There.
Oh, yo.
That's why practice makes perfect.
Hold up.
Hey,
Stephanie,
what's up, sir?
Stephanie got to August 2nd.
No, I told you that's too early in the month. It got to be after I come back from the woods.
I thought she was asleep. It's 10 o'clock. She should be asleep by now. Yeah.
Now, if somebody would have texted her or called her, she would have ignored it because she would have said,
right, exactly.
She on the internet.
don't stay up for this show. There's other shows out there.
There are. Yes, there are plenty of
plenty now.
But
plenty good options.
What we better not do is tell none of her business on these internets because she gonna act a fool. She gonna be upset with us. What Mark Thomas that is. I'm not gonna tell her business. Mark will tell her business. I won't.
I ain't gonna tell none of Stephanie's business. Shucks.
I don't know about that, bro.
You remember the pictures that just came up in your memories?
Man, can I beat you? Yeah, but I did. But did I put them back on Facebook? No, because I'm that kind of friend, man.
Yeah, the worst kind.
People love me.
Look, it's been so long. Mark Thomas don't even remember how to take us out the stream. He don't even know how to mute us no more. It's been so long.
It used to be quick. He
Can I mute him?
I was surgical with this piece.
It's been a long time.
It has been.
Y'all, so
keep it moving.
It is. Who is that stuff? Oh.
Girl, bye. Let's take her out the stream. Boo boo.
All right, but August 2nd, we supposed to be trying to.
I'm not.
What we supposed to be trying to do?
We bringing sexy back. I'm
I
bringing.
think we are. That's just fat now, Mark.
Yeah, look at it. At least be a muscle.
Oh, say, can you see the flags waving?
Remember, I used to talk about her wings. Oh, Lord, give me these wings. Oh, shot the wings.
I can't even believe it, man.
Oh,
you got a Kathy Brown joke for everything. You hear me?
Because there was a Kathy Brown joke for
everything.
Oh my God.
Man, I thought about. I ain't doing. I ain't going down that road today. But I literally said out loud, Kathy, if you knew how much I would miss you, would you have died? Not that she can control that. God, I miss that lady, man. God, yeah, let's not do that tonight.
She will just say she did not have permission to die. She did not. It was unauthorized.
And when I get there, we're gonna have a talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Furniture moving. When I get up there, you hear me? If I get up there, Lord, let me in. There's gonna be some furniture moving.
No, because she done found out a bunch of stuff that I ain't told her. So I'm gonna have to avoid her a little bit.
She can see
for the first week. At least the first week.
Right. Oh, I know you hear me, Mark Thomas.
That's hilarious.
Oh, God almighty.
That's hilarious. Well, anyway, so I was thinking earlier, we've been in this whole thing for a long time now. It's been 4 months that we've been in quarantine, like almost 18 weeks. The 24th is when the DMV shut down 4 months ago.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
It's really crazy.
Yeah.
So how have you guys been, other than forgetting how the show works, how have you guys been making it through? How's business been, work and school and all that stuff?
So I guess I'm starting to find a groove, which I don't really like. I had a hard time like the first few weeks and months because I just didn't want to stay home. So I guess I'm kind of like getting used to waking up when I wake up and working and doing stuff around the house throughout the day and, trying to get some outdoor time. So fishing or, whatever the case is, just kind of get outside. And I guess I'm kind of in the groove. And my work situation is that our president of the university I work at said we're home for the rest of the calendar year, at least.
Wow.
So, it will be at least January before there's even a thought of returning back to the office. Wow. And they will not let me in. I've tried to sweet talk my way in there, being the only person in the office. Like, if no one else is there, I'm at no risk. And I can just go in once a week and they ain't having it. It's just not working. So, school is similar, still kind of up in the air with what Morgan's going to do as far as a solid return to campus plan, but you just make it work virtually for as long as you can until things slow down. So stay in the house, please, everybody, so it can slow down.
But I mean, PhD students you don't have to be on campus that much, right?
So, right. And it's not like traditional students, like undergrad students, that you're kind of, you're there for the campus experience. So that's not really my story. It's not our story.
Sure.
But getting instruction face-to-face is just a whole different ball game. Like the collaboration with your peers that helps you to kind of like refine your research interests and your dissertation topic and all that. Mm-hmm. So you miss out on that, and you have to go through extra effort to kind of try to create that. So like our program coordinator had like a coffee hour or a happy hour every week so that we could have time together, like talk shop and, make sure everybody's okay. So you kind of got to like create the experiences you need. You got to call a professor or an advisor just to kind of keep that relationship flowing so you can make sure you have a good experience with a potential chairperson for your dissertation. But you don't need the university services in the same way as a PhD student.
Gotcha.
But it's a little awkward when you prefer to learn face to face.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sure. Yeah.
So for me, man, I'm you know, my wife's a school teacher, so she's off for the summer, which and then she keeps coming up with stuff.
You just sounded really grave.
For me to do, man. I can't do this. Like, I need her at work, in the office, away from that.
I'm not gonna tell you she on.
No, she's
okay.
not. She's not on here. If she is, if she is, we'll take her off. No, so nah, man. So Mia doesn't wake up until the afternoon. Like sometimes it's 4 or 5 o'clock, and she just gets up out of the bed and she comes downstairs pumped up. I was up all night long.
Man, I used to love that when I was a kid. Like staying up as long as possible.
Yep. And then you really are proud the next day. Yeah, I saw the sunrise, man.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm real grown.
Right.
It's like a rites of passage.
Right. You know, and so you know, the other kids are not here. Ethan's with his mom. Jada's in college, so Mia could potentially take over our bedroom, basement in the bedroom. But man, she be done cooked up a volcano and burnt down the house.
Be in the closet for days at a time.
What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And putting stories on the internet. My daddy might be in the closet. I still got people pulling me up. Get that girl out the closet.
That was the funniest show. That girl came up out that closet.
Man, what you been up to? I'm in the closet. I'm always in the closet.
Right.
What?
Man, I can't tell you how many people have just randomly said to me, "Hey, man, get your daughter out of the closet." No, let's put that child in the closet. Shut. I mean, you know, she deserved to be in the. Nah, I ain't gonna mean that. I'm just joking. All right, so, but yeah, that's. I mean, I'm supposed to be cleaning up. I ain't done none of that. I did clean up my office, but you know, anyway. But I can't stay off of television, man, for watching this Kanye West dude, man. That's what I got going on.
Well, I mean, you know, it's presidential election season, and so it's gotten a little bit spicier.
And he claims to be a candidate. Bless his heart.
Amen.
Oh. But wait,
Amen. Y'all not voting for Kanye?
But he was just doing church, wasn't he? Now he did.
He was at y'all's church, wasn't he?
No.
So I think that's one thing we have to grapple with, because the Black church was really fighting for Kanye just a few months ago when he started his I can't remember what they would call it.
Sunday service.
Sundays with Kanye. Started in the park, you know, they said the music was banging, all that. And then he started a tour of Black church, and we were like all with it. And now we're like, Kanye bad. I'm like, we was just with him, or we were split on him. And now everybody's like, no, mental illness is real. He was ill 6 months ago. A year ago, when we were fighting for him to come to our church to sing or to lead worship, quote unquote.
Right.
So you know, it's something we're gonna have to grapple with, and I don't know what I don't know what our deal is on that.
So here's my problem: is the Black church is the only institution in America where people don't have any experience, don't have any training, don't have any understanding, and then we push them to the front and celebrate because they say they love Jesus and God told them to do something. If and Kanye is crazy like a fox because he couldn't do that in the synagogue, nor could he do that in the mosque. But the church celebrates this mediocrity of Christianity because if Kanye's allowed to excel in the church, then he's not going to push me but so far because I don't want you to tell me that what I'm doing is wrong. And when you ask you a question, you ain't never going to be wrong. So people see themselves in Kanye. Kanye's not going to challenge them. He's just going to celebrate God and then had the unmitigated gall to get on television, the utter temerity to say, God told me if you F with my plans, I'm a F with your plans. Come on.
Say what? I don't even think I heard about
He
that.
said, "If God."
And let me just pause real quick. Y'all know that Mark Thomas is really passionate, upset when he says utter temerity. That's a Mark Thomasism.
That's when he's on the roll. I almost told him
he's in his thing now.
He was picking up his cadence like it was almost a Sunday morning. Like when he said uneducated, I was like, "Oh, you in your groove, doc."
Yes, sir. Go ahead, doctor.
I'm just saying,
teacher.
Pull it, doctor.
But dude, we wouldn't dust a masjid would never dust off a dude off the street, whether he had some hit songs or not, and then put him up in the church. Some of my friends have had them, and this is no disrespect to my friends who have hosted Kanye at their church. Come on, man. You can't just walk off the street and go quarterback the Washington Redskins, as sorry as they are.
Wait,
you can't just walk off the street and go sing with Bocelli. You can't just walk off the street and
everybody want to sing with him.
Oh, you don't like Bocelli?
Oh no.
Okay. Well, you can't just walk off the street and sing with Rick James. Well, you can now because Rick. No. Okay. No, help me out. You can't just walk off the street and sing with the Mary Jane girls. Oh, man, I need some updated stuff. Sorry, man.
Corona be Gona.
Corona be Gona. Oh, I forgot about that.
So, I mean, but I think that the church has struggled with a long time, and I don't know if we'll ever really find the answer or the balance, so to speak, with grace and accountability. Yeah. We don't know where the limits are as far as holding people accountable and extending grace. And I don't know if it's, just a topic worthy of like in-depth conversation or research or whatever theologians do, whatever y'all do, y'all should do it. But we haven't really grappled with that, with what does it look like practically, like in our fellowship? Mm-hmm. How do we hold people accountable while not embarrassing them, while not, being too harsh or too staunch? And so you have these different camps. Methodists tend to have a lot of grace, and Pentecostals tend to be really strict. And so where do we kind of hash this out to find the best way to hold a Kanye accountable, or even, not just to pick on Kanye, but hold some of our own gospel artists accountable with some of their behavior that has been similar and just as difficult to digest. I don't know where we are with that.
See, and I don't know if it's a matter of, so I think even for those of us who are local church leaders, because I don't know who pastors or counsels Kanye, but in terms of the conversations that we have around accountability and not just, and that whole idea of transformation, I don't know how we this was an opportunity, I think, for us not just to be so trend thirsty, but to actually have some conversation. Because this isn't, even with that whole Jesus is King piece, there were many things that Kanye had lifted up as part of his belief system or a part of his personhood that were problematic, that none of us were wanting to challenge just because he said Jesus. And there is kind of that Pauline idea that as long as Christ is preached, and I think, there's a level to that. It was a wonderful opportunity to have Jesus lifted up across the world in a different way. But yet, in terms of accountability and asking some deeper questions, I think in many instances we fell short with that. And then also, we haven't just started talking about Kanye being mentally ill. This has been happening for a while now. And I feel badly that the church, we just kind of wanted it to, because he was talking our tongue, I guess, or, presenting our package, let's just lift this up without also assessing, what's really going on with the brother. Because he's been going through this for a while.
That's exactly.
He was probably having an episode when he said on live TV, President Bush doesn't like black people.
Right.
And we didn't know.
That thing has been flipped on his head. And you all have seen the meme where George Bush gets up and says Kanye West does not care about black people. And
that thing is funny.
Why is that funny? Because he goes on television and says, Harriet Tubman didn't really free the slaves. She simply had them go work for other white people.
And when Sister Girl said, all right,
let's go.
This what y'all talking about?
Yes.
That's
it. But when Sister Girl said, all right, we got to go. That thing had me in stitches. And that's the only clip that I've seen because I refuse to watch it. But when I saw that thing, I laughed until I cracked a rib.
Buddy. So Frederick Douglass said that the limits of tyrants are prescribed by the endurance of the oppressed. Kanye West's assault upon the church has risen to the level of tyranny. And we have allowed this nonsense in the church. How much craziness do we allow in the black church? We foster crazy. We facilitate crazy. We foster, and I say crazy, I mean mental illness. We foster codependency. We don't deal with issues, and when you deal with them head on, people take pot shots at you. They look at little ways to try to get back to you. The black church we still into this. Okay, well, I can't have this position, then I'm not going to give money to the church. It's nonsense. We are still fostering ideals that are just so far away from Jesus that, like you said, he comes and says Jesus, and everybody says, oh, he's a great guy. He's all right. Well, right. Satan can say Jesus.
So one thing that I think needs to come out of this is y'all need to write. And I know because I'm in a PhD program, I think everybody's supposed to write all the time because I'm always writing. And so y'all probably get tired of me telling y'all this. But I really feel like this is a point of passion for the two of you. So it would be great if there were an article that came out where we talk about kind of the practical and theological implications of like the gospel of Kanye and what it means for the praxis of our Christian ministry. Right. What does it mean for the Friendly Church on the Hill? What does it mean for Pastor Pat? And how do you have to adjust what you do, how you preach, in order to deal with kind of the stuff that comes out of these types of conversations? Because it's not like this is happening in a vacuum. It affects your members. It affects your approach to ministry because they're consuming it, and it is everywhere right now. And some people really would rather him than a legitimate candidate.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's something that as pastors you all kind of have to deal with. So
now there are people considering Kanye?
I think they would. I think people are considering it as a form of boycott to not have to deal with the quote unquote establishment, which is, we've seen this story before, and we have a 45 as a result.
That's right.
So
I think at some point we've got to talk about that too. But go ahead, Domo.
Talk about what?
This boycott and
of the establishment,
in this particular context.
Right. I agree.
But anyway,
I agree.
Go ahead.
I completely agree. And so, I just
you can boycott next time. But anyway,
this one's too important. It's too important. So I do think that there has to be some discussion about this from like a practical and theological standpoint from clergy and theologians, just to kind of help flush out the conversation and move us forward. So we can't get stuck at the problem. We got to kind of move forward with talking points for pastors, and how do we combat these types of identities or mentalities in the congregation.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Because I think it brings up a lot of, because it's not, it goes back to who are we supposed to be as people of faith, and what is the role of accountability and Christ identity in the life of the church. And it drills down to there's many of us, even as I think Tasha is sharing, we just want to do our own thing. And that's a larger issue in the culture that very much, has found its way in the life of the church. And so it's hard to kind of hold someone accountable at the kind of level of a Kanye West when even in kind of the grassroots of the community, we kind of just want to, there are no standards. There shouldn't be limits or ideas or things of that nature.
Yeah, because there are
interesting to discuss. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think it also goes back to, I'm looking at some of the comments here, this conversation about how trauma has not really been addressed or dealt with in the life of the church is very, very real. And it's been to our detriment that we've not, we've just tried to encourage people without going deeper into, because we all got stuff. We all have junk.
Right.
And we operate out of that stuff. And people follow us and, we thought we heard from God. There might be something else going on there.
Right. And so my thing is the Socratic method. Socrates is credited as having developed this method of keep asking questions until you come to a greater understanding of the truth. And what we don't do with people like Kanye West is we don't press them on the hard issues. We just meet them at the surface, so as long as they can show a superfluous form of Christianity, then we're okay with that. And then we want that to move into the deeper areas of teaching and knowledge and faith. And so Ruben Lee Speaks, our former bishop, would say sermonettes are preached by preacherettes.
He said that.
They produce Christianettes.
I've heard that.
I don't preach no sermonettes. Sermonettes make Christianettes.
And who used to say that?
KB.
Oh yeah, that's what she got from you.
I didn't realize she got it.
She couldn't go less than 45. She had one speed, and that was to preach the whole counsel of God.
She used to have an attitude like, "Don't invite me to your church and want me to preach for 15 minutes. I don't preach no sermon.
Church folk, everything got to be fast. We can't get good revelation in 10 minutes."
Well, buddy, good. I would love to have her. Right now, and be looking at my watch talking about a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so that's what we're looking for, and it's scripture that people are going to be looking for this. Will be itching to hear what it is they want to hear. And Christianity that doesn't challenge you, that doesn't embarrass you, that doesn't make you, if you've never looked back over your life at a decision you made or something you said or something you were emphatic that you were right about and been just so embarrassed as to who you are as a person, I doubt your Christianity. I really do, because that's what it ought to make you do.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely. Conviction, right?
Right.
No doubt, bro. And I don't know that Kanye West is going to bring people to conviction. He might bring them, you make them happy. You know, I had a preacher comment on my page about some stuff, and I had to sit him down and say, look, what you put on your page is cool, but don't come on my page with that nonsense, because I don't want to have to eat you up for the world to see. But let's not do this, because Kanye West should not be leading in Christianity. He's got the music, let him do that thing. He's got the shoes. He's signed a contract with Gap. Let him do the clothing, but lead the preaching and church stuff to the preachers.
And see, the funny thing about this Kanye stuff is that we wanted him to be what he was, to do what he was doing, but not at our church, because the number of lay folks that I can think of who were defending Kanye, let them put a pastor at your church who has never pastored before. How they gonna send him or her there? She ain't never pastored before. How they gonna lead us? They don't know nothing. Mm-hmm. He ain't but 25. Mm-hmm. And so the same 10 toes down that we were for Kanye, we ain't that way for our own churches or our own preachers.
That's right.
And we the standards we hold in our own circles, I guess, aren't the same standards that we hold a lot of these celebrities to. And so I get that you don't want to stifle someone, especially a new believer who's excited and all that. But you got to have a zeal according to knowledge, or it's going to be some friction. There's going to be a lot of folks who are being led astray, and that's really kind of what happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting. Just a moment. So just kind of in line with Christ, Hosanna on one day, and then just a few days later, now everybody wants to crucify him.
I had a funny story about that. I can't share anymore.
Please do.
Not mixed company. I don't want no smoke.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
So we kind of established that whole Jesus is King piece and kind of our thoughts there. So presently, he's running for president, and how seriously, I'm interested in your thoughts. How seriously do we take that? I've heard a lot about this being kind of a right-wing attempt to split the black vote, because apparently folks think that we're that stupid that Kanye running for president would, deter so many from voting for Biden. Black people are just dumb, apparently. The erratic tweets.
There's a lot of Biden slander coming from us too.
And, absolutely.
And I don't know what the end in mind is there. I was raised by a woman who taught that you begin with the end in mind. And so I don't know how you go down that road without offering. This is a real Kathy Brown show, ain't it? I don't know.
That was very Kathy Brown.
That's very good.
That boy good. So I don't know. I don't know how you go down that road without kind of thinking about what the consequences might be, because those of us who, were thinking about this stuff last go round, and this is what we did to Hillary Clinton. This is exactly what we did. We talked about all about issues with her, and granted, you have your issues and you talk those out and you work it out, but you got to do what you got to do when it comes time to vote, because otherwise you get a psychopath in the White House.
This is my theory, and there's some women out here gonna get mad at me. And it's okay, because I've shared this theory in my family. I'm going to share it with y'all, because y'all family as well.
The views of Mark Thomas do not reflect the views of the other members of We Ain't Talking About Nothing Showcast. Thank you. You put that disclaimer out, I'll put my disclaimer
out. That's right, because check this out. Every woman has dated a man that they didn't think was that handsome. Oh yeah, I'm not saying he was ugly, but I'm saying you thought like, hey, all right. We checked all the other boxes, and he was just okay. But because he has so many other boxes checked, you say, well, I'm gonna get a brother a shot.
At least he got teeth.
Here's why I'm saying this is because Joe Biden checks a lot of boxes. He's sexy, but he's checking the boxes. All right, now your cousin laughing. See, she didn't, I seen
that's
some
because she know for sure.
Oh Lord, Patrick.
Don't let me talk about Sherry.
Sherry, you should have kept your laughs to yourself. Your cousin don't fight fair.
Yeah, so Joe Biden's he's not the sexy choice, but baby, is he the safe choice? He got a job, he got good benefits, he got a nice car, he ain't got no baby mama drama. We got to get with Joe Biden, right? So there is a preacher in our denomination. At some point, I've got to say something to this dude because he puts stuff on Facebook about Biden and says, I'm going to set this right here. Well, this is what I want to say to you, preacher. I don't know him well enough.
Marcus,
he trying to get a target on our back.
I don't know him well enough to pull him up because rebuke without relationship equals rebellion.
This is why we got to talk on a regular basis, and we ain't talk about it because when he get pent up, he get edgy.
I'm just saying, the dude is dogging Joe Biden, and what other choice do we have? We don't have no more choices. Y'all can't mute me. Stop pressing.
We trying to. We looking for the
trying our hardest.
You can't.
I got an election to win.
Oh, that's right.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm gone.
I'm back.
Come on back here, Marcus.
Get back in here, Mark Anthony.
Oh. The talking phase. Look. Wait, what?
Fakes makes it go in the talking phase.
That's right.
So 401k benefits. Get
this
the
benefits.
Man
got 401k benefits.
Got the benefits.
He may be missing a tooth. He got some gold plates.
Go ahead, Chloe.
He got benefits. But I think that's a good point you're making, Mark. So go ahead.
I'm just saying, man.
Fair, yeah.
We don't have another choice. He ain't. He is not ultimately who we would want. But I don't think we really knew who we wanted. Which is kind of how he rose to the top. We knew who we didn't want, and so we edged out. I mean, we phased out all these other folks. Joe Biden is who we have left. He's not gonna fumble. He's not gonna spew hatred and racism. But somebody dogging Joe Biden could ensure that we continue with the tomfoolery that we have at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. We just can't afford that. We can't.
Right.
And a lot of this goes back to what Rashad Alexander is saying about just the way our system of government is set up, and boycotting a candidate or a party or even both parties, it doesn't get the intended outcome just because we're set up in a two-party system.
Right. Exactly.
So even though there are these other parties, they're not, for all intents and purposes, they're not legitimate, or they're not legitimized, I'll say it that way, because they're not supported to the degree that they carry weight. And someone else said this, I think it may have been on the Breakfast Club, I can't remember exactly who said it, but they said something like, you can't tell me that Donald Trump is in the same political party as all these other Republicans. They're not. They don't hold the same ideologies, but what they do is they stick together, 10 toes down, no matter what. They're not breaking rank. You saw that with the impeachment vote. There was one little mittens who crossed over, but they don't break rank. And Democrats, or those of us who are kind of left-leaning, we'll break rank in a minute. and we will discount a candidate, we will discount the party, and we will blow it up because we don't get it all. And it's tough, and I get it because I want it all. I do,
right.
But I don't know if abstaining is the best way to get it.
And this is if this is it was Kathy Brown night, right? So if Stephen Covey was correct in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People,
buddy,
that that you seek first to understand before you seek to be understood. I want to understand what to what end. If you begin with an end in mind, what is the end in mind by dogging Joe Biden? It just doesn't make sense. It's counterproductive to what we need in America, because the end in mind is just to make Joe Biden look bad, so he wins, but he looks bad while winning. That just doesn't make sense. Because what we do is we give place and edge and hope and the possibility and probably increase the propensity for Trump to be reelected, and we cannot afford, because he's going to get enough help from the Chinese, enough help from the Russians, enough help from whomever else, and we don't need to be giving him help from the left. Boom.
And I think that it kind of goes back to something we kind of discussed earlier. We struggle with the best methods of accountability. I agree that we need to hold Joe Biden accountable for his voting record,
no doubt,
for stuff that he said and done and how he's made people feel and all that stuff. But we don't know the best mechanisms to do that. So we kind of do it in a roundabout way, and it's based off of how we feel at the moment. And what I've appreciated is that there are folks who are grappling with that. There are folks whose names I don't want to call because I ain't calling people out like Mark Thomas, who are saying, I don't like that Joe Biden did this, or I don't like that this is what he's proposing, but I'm still going to vote for him. And I think that's an important part of it, because we still have two choices for the most part. Like, you can write folks in and all that, but it's debatable on whether or not that's even worth your time.
Right.
Because I mean, I don't.
No, go ahead, Patrick.
No, I mean, I agree. I think that we've gone through the process of, because I would say Joe Biden, though I like him, he wasn't really my first choice at all immediately, but now he's what we've got, and I know people don't like to kind of live into the greater of, or the what is it, the least of two evils, or whatever. But I guess I don't see it that way. I see one as evil and one who is actually in a position to be challenged. And I mean, if you look at some of the people who are surrounding Joe Biden, you're talking about a person who is willing to do the work, in my opinion, to, really dig into some of those maybe poor decisions that we may feel that he made prior. I mean, I see a person who's willing to kind of have some deeper and broader conversations. And so I don't think that we should, eliminate the good, trying to look out for some mythical perfection. Because I don't think any candidate is going to be everything that we all want. But in the end, it's about the best for the entire nation.
Yeah.
And voting for somebody else who's absolutely not going to win is voting for Donald Trump, in my opinion. So.
Right.
Yeah. That phrase, I think, was the lesser of two evils. I think that's the one you were.
Lesser of two evils. Yeah, thank you.
We were talking the other night about black folk sayings, and how if it don't make sense and it just seems completely out the blue, it's probably a black folk saying.
I did that in my noonday Bible study, which is mainly my senior citizens. One of the things they're going to come back to the Bible study with on this coming Tuesday is Black Proverbs, because we're studying Proverbs. We're talking about how wisdom that was in the Black community, like a watched pot never boils.
And you know, I defied that last week. I was so bored. I sat there and watched that pot boil. That's some boredom for your tail.
You got to be bored. I saw something that said, I'm so bored. I'm thinking about calling Jake from State Farm to ask him what is he wearing.
So we got some sayings, and then there's some DMV sayings too. That you ain't from the DMV if you don't know the big chair.
Right. Oh, but hold up. Did y'all say in y'all's age grouping, milk them, burp them, feed them beans?
Oh, I've literally never heard that before.
I didn't. I've never heard that.
DMV thing, brother. So if somebody just ain't no good, so here's what you do. If you give a baby milk, right, and then you burp them, and then you feed them beans, they got gas all over again, right? So basically, that's a sign that you need. That's telling you to leave somebody alone. So what we got to the place was we wouldn't say milk them, burp them, feed them beans. We would just say feed them beans. So
feed who beans?
So if anybody is like cutting up, like somebody you need, so somebody messing with you, right? So then your boy would say, man, feed them beans. But the whole thing was milk them, give them milk, then they got gas. You burp them, they don't have gas no more. Then you feed them beans, they got gas all over again. So basically, just leave them alone. I can't believe y'all never heard that. Somebody my age. So India, she from
actually put up that second thing, India.
Right.
That's the one right there.
That's where I am.
She's from California, man. She doesn't ask Chris. Ask your husband. She know, man, I'm calling names out.
I ain't never
you done lost all your internet's etiquette.
Lord, it's been so long.
So the hackers are like, oh, India Edwards' husband's name Chris.
we don't know what to do, y'all.
Yeah, no, apparently you guys get confused. And somebody named is hacking, of course, 69. Hey, talking about being.
What's up, girl?
Terrible. Did you
Simone, where you been?
Right. She just got on here. Try to act like she been on.
Hey, Simone been around Indianapolis now, doing the work.
Oh, yeah.
Taking pictures. I didn't know she had freckles.
Yeah, she got freckles.
My mama, my mother, my sister had freckles. You must be all right, Simone. I'm gonna leave you alone.
Simone. He said it so lazily, Simone.
That's her name, right? Because she got the little thing, Simone.
That's it.
All right.
Sister Andy, you don't have to agree with him. You don't get it.
She gets it.
I know that's your
boom, give a boom. Hey, what's up, Gilbert? Listen, I was telling them about milk them, burp them, feed them beans, man. Now, come on, bro. Gilbert Boom from C Pleasant, baby. This C Pleasant crew.
So Aunt Jackie said she heard it, but not that way, which means Mark Thomas is making up stuff again.
No. Now I've been known to make up some stuff. Now I mean, life.
Joyce said she ain't never heard it either.
She from DC. Yeah, I'm a Maryland Bama, but maybe they just say that.
Maryland Bama.
That one didn't cross the bridge.
Nah, man, she from Northeast. I'm a Ward 9. You know what I'm saying? So different beans have different side effects.
Well,
I mean, depending on the age, because the older you get, Simone knows.
Gotten really deep.
This ain't nearly what we supposed to be talking about.
This is really deep.
I think this one is my fault.
So give them beans means get rid of them, right?
Yeah, right, Jackie. That's what I'm saying. Derogatory, right? Yeah.
All right, Aunt Jackie, text me.
It's more derogatory.
Yeah, so feed them beans. Like, man, I ain't fool with that dude. Feed them beans.
So that's what Will's face was saying at the red table when Jada was talking.
Buddy.
Poor Will.
Entanglement. Ooh, and we gonna talk about that tonight. We got 6 minutes.
We ain't got time.
6 minutes. Oh, we may not. This might have to be a part 1 and part 2.
6 minutes, I get that shit wrong.
So OG Gilbert Boone did not answer your question.
He sure did not. I
He don't
peeped
know
that
what
too.
you talking about.
Nah, man, nah. Gilbert's whole beard is gray. He just doesn't have the gray right here. Sometimes the gray affects your typing.
So when you dye yours, do you put tape like
Don't you do that? Yo, man, I mean, I can't believe people think that I would dye everything and then leave this junk like this. But when I put
there are some
down the middle, that joint looked just like I dyed it.
So I just got a text. Somebody said, I'm from Temple Hills, and we ain't never say nothing like that.
First of all, if they from Temple Hills, I got a problem there anyway. But they're a little soft, you know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I ain't trying to get anybody mad at y'all.
All right, look.
Temple Hills ain't too pleasant.
All right. We got 5 minutes. We've got to talk about this because Simone just said poor Will. I don't know if I was expecting it.
Another 30 minutes, Tasha.
All right. So
not the way Mark Thomas's mouth is set up tonight.
Hey, Chloe Jones said his face was saying Pepto-Bismol. I guess you talk about Will.
No, his face was saying hide the guns because he was going to shoot Arcus Alcina that day.
Yo, so first of all, what killed me was that they lied about it like over and over and over, and then was like, "Yeah, we did it." Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, I did it." And
wait, who lied? So let's also establish the old. Now we're going to be fully transparent. The old man knows much more about this than Damo and I do. So you got to get us him.
I know nothing.
Here's why. Because when I pastored in Philadelphia, my church was on the corner. It was in West Philly. It was on the corner of 55th and Thompson, which is between Girard and Master. Will Smith was from 56 and Master, so he was 1 block up, 1 block over. And in West Philly, those blocks aren't that long, so it's not like a city block like downtown. And everybody knew this dude. So like I pastored in Philadelphia when the Fresh Prince was still on the air. So I felt some kind of kinship right down the street from Overbrook High School. I felt some kind of kinship with this dude. Never met him, but I knew mad people that did know him. So like when all this stuff was dropping, my heart was breaking, man. So apparently they were going through a little thing, and Will was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna talk to Jada no more. I guess Jada was like, well, you ain't gonna talk to me. You know, I'm gonna hook up with this young dude.
So this all happened because, so the thing is, the open marriage piece, right? So I think people knew that they had this open marriage thing, but was that them trying to not be divorced, and then they decided to do this open marriage thing, and then that's where August comes into all of this?
So people have always assumed and rumored that they had an open marriage. They have always, to my knowledge, denied it, I think.
Right. So there was.
I that's not what I thought. Okay, all right.
According to what I understand, the open marriage thing was just like talk, and y'all know, as in the church, sometimes you guys just gotta let people talk because you can't run down all the rumors and lies and accusations.
Okay.
So, but what fed into the open marriage thing was when they had this issue. Apparently, according to the red table, Will did some stuff. Jada did some stuff, but Will's stuff ain't never come back on him. Now we waiting on that because that's probably gonna happen at some point. But Jada's stuff was out there. Even the young lady, remember the show they did, All of Us, with the young lady who played
Kimberly
Neal, something like that.
Neal, I think.
Right. She girlfriend quit the show because Jada was hating on her because they were going through a rough patch. And I guess she figured that, you know, she a cute little thing or whatever, Will might try to push up on her. So things just ugly. So she stepped
He got the narrative
who had some health challenges, and they were. No, did I?
Hey, bro, you're frozen.
You was good and frozen. Yeah.
No. Can you all hear me?
We can hear you now.
We can hear you, but keep going.
So you were frozen like this.
Yo, I can't make my living room is a mess. I can't. I'm not in my office, and
no, I think you're good now. It must have just been a temporary thing.
Yeah.
All right. How's my hair?
Right at the end of the show,
like as big as it was.
I don't know if God is trying to tell us.
At least, Neil. Thank you.
But at least you got somebody who said that they know what you're talking about on their feeding beans thing. But Sister Carmen trying to act like she don't be saying bad words while she's on the show.
Shit. Man, we know better than that. I got videotape evidence.
Every time she sees me, if I call her a name that she don't like to be called, she gonna call me a name I don't like to be called.
She ain't said no cuss words this week.
I didn't say it was a cuss word.
Oh, what kind of words? Okay, all right. So Will said, so that has to be incredibly embarrassing. To have your business out in the street like that. B, that some young dude was with your lady, and then C, you back with her, and now you got to, man.
But so I'm trying to understand: are we supposed to be? Is he upset because it happened, or because I mean?
Good night, Carmen. Love ya.
But I'm saying though, so what exactly is Will supposed? So Will has his own entanglements. Is he feeling that way because it got out there, or like what? Like explain the face to me.
At the red table, girlfriend says, no, Will says, I'm gonna get you back. And she says, well, yeah, you didn't already got me back.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She said, no, you already, yeah.
So his face that he had, what I think was just the weightiness of everything going. And then he made her say, like, what did you do, Jada? What happened? She came up with this entanglement.
Entanglement.
Yeah. I was like, oh, which is a good euphemism for having sex with a dude that you know.
So here's why I set this one out. Here's why I set this one out. One, I really like Will Smith. Like, I think he's been a positive influence. He's done stuff that people look at on social media and like, hey, that's kind of cool. And it's not negative. It's not trashy.
Right.
And then two, I'm trying to preserve my mental health. And I felt like they was riding Will's pain. And I'm like, dang, like if I was struggling with something and the world made a mockery of it, you better hide the guns because I'm gonna shoot the next fool who say something about it to me. So like when people were saying like other celebrities like 50 Cent and others were like messaging
Michael Blackson,
making fun of it, I was like, that's not cool. Like we claim we care about mental health and Black men's mental health, but that is not a demonstration of anybody caring about anybody.
Did you see what Will did? What he put on? What's the TikTok?
Oh no!
Some people were moving some stuff out of his house, and I don't know if they were stealing it. And somebody helped me out. Somebody younger than me helped me. So while it is somebody on the roof, and he's saying, "Throw it down," and the guy says, "Nah, it's okay. I can get somebody to help me." He said, "No, throw it down." And the whole time, it's like other people carrying stuff out of the house. And Will says, "Throw it down." The guy says, "No," and Will says, "Okay," and he turns around and walks away, and the guy throws it down. And so supposedly is some way of Will just kind of poking fun at himself. And this is what I think. I think Jada done.
I don't know if I follow.
Yeah, I don't get it either. But they were saying that.
Me either. That's what they say.
All right. As long as we're on the same page here.
but it was supposed to be him being self-effacing about how he opens himself up and then he still gets upside the head, unexpectedly. So
wow.
Will, I think Jada did her dirt, Will did his dirt, and I think they feel like, okay, well, Jada's stuff came out. Let's just kind of ride this thing.
Talk about it.
My stuff could come out, yeah. But it has to be incredibly harsh and embarrassing, you know, to have to go through that. I wouldn't want to be there
at all.
Yeah,
that's rough.
So, entanglements.
So fun fact, because I see my cousin Sherry's still on. So Will Smith is supposed to be our he's supposed to be like our cousin. We ain't never met Will Smith.
How is he your cousin?
So I mean, not really. Will Smith. So my grandmother, her best friend of a million years, is Will Smith's like great aunt, and we call her Aunt Helen. So by virtue of that, everybody on her side of the family was related to us too. So, so I used to go to school and be like, y'all know Will Smith, my cousin? I never met that man. He's so not my cousin. But
the caption said my 2020 so far. Dag, Will.
Huh?
Alexander said the caption said my 2020 so far on that video Uncle's talking about.
Oh yeah, 2020 has really sucked for a lot of people this year.
It has,
no doubt, bro.
Oh man,
yo, I got time to shout out my my party next weekend.
Yeah, man,
for sure.
So we're doing this party with a purpose. So my cousin, for real,
for real.
So we're gonna have Lester Troutman from the group Zap. He's gonna be on giving their testimony about all the stuff that they went through a few years back, and how the group people were saying that they were dead, they were over, and God just brought them back. And so every time they perform, they talk about God and what God did for them. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're trying to trick ourselves into exercising. So we're calling it dancercise. So we're going to be dancercising to Zap music. And so I don't know if y'all remember More Bounce to the Ounce, Computer Love, Do I Diddy, right, California Love. Well, we can't dance to that, but Do I Diddy, California Love with Tupac and Dr. Dre. So we're gonna be dancing to that, having a great time, man. It's gonna be so much fun. And we're having the world-renowned comedian Chocolate, Shanita Moore, Shanita. Shanita, that is not her last name. Shanita Morris. I pray she's not watching this. But Shanita Morris, aka,
ain't got nothing to worry about.
I don't know. That's my girl. She can be petty when she wants to, and she better not make fun of me. But she is so funny. This sister was making $500,000 doing all kind of comedy everywhere, all across the world. Messed around, got saved, gave this thing up, turned into a Christian comedian, and she's on fire for the Lord. Yeah, man. Yeah, so she's gonna be on,
and still funny,
very super funny. Oh my God, yeah. So I'm so looking forward to this. And
so what's the date again in the time?
It's July 31st at 7
That's
o'clock.
A great day.
That is a great day.
Great day.
Did something happen on that day?
Frozen.
Oh, he was frozen.
Oh, he was frozen.
No.
Hey man, what's going on with your internet, man?
Yeah, all that trash you was talking about.
Yeah.
Somebody
so
you need to call Verizon.
I don't know. No, I paid the bill, but I was a couple of days late, but I paid it. Hello?
Yeah, there you go.
Is it still
AT&T is tracking me down.
Really? Oh,
I mean, you're good. You're good now. Just
hold on,
you're good.
You sure?
Nope.
Well, yeah.
All right, I can dance a little bit.
Well, he gonna drop out now anyway because it's almost time.
Is it working?
So he about to drop anyway. So
is it working?
This is what low budget looks like.
No, is it working? Hold on, y'all see my shirt?
That's actually a nice shirt. I really like that shirt.
Thank you. Yes. Praise the Lord. All right. So yeah, this is 31st. Holla at your boy.
Hey, oh, you got a visitor at the house.
This is all funny. This is already funny.
Hey man, we have shared too much.
Yeah, I gotta leave you now.
What happened? I got a visitor. What visitor?
I don't know what's going on.
What happened?
Wait, the dog just
He just rolled out. That's my job.
this is really
okay.
we're just confused tonight. But no, go ahead. Tell the people about the show. Tell the people about the show.
It's called Party with a Purpose. So we're gonna be raising money for the people in our community, the young people, our students in our community. That now a lot of the schools are providing a lot of stuff for them, but some things they don't provide, like cords for their phones or their computers, and mice if they need to control them.
Right.
Yeah, little things like that, man, to help them to kind of there's things that fall through the cracks that the school might not necessarily provide for them. So we're knocking on doors. We're talking about specifics. We're knocking on doors, asking the families what are their particular needs and providing those for them, man. We're excited about this thing.
That's right, Pastor.
So we're not charging. We want anybody to get on. And we want everybody to show up. We're gonna take a free will offering. As a matter of fact, Chocolate blessed me. So here, this sister sent me a copy of her a contract, and she had all the stuff about payment, like what kind of hotel. Of course, we ain't doing that, and travel and everything. And at the bottom, it was she just blessed us because she didn't ask for what.
Oh, that's what's up. Oh Lord. Hello, Mark.
Put that out there because I don't want to.
Oh, hey man, you break it up again.
I pay my internet.
This is embarrassing.
Okay.
All right, I can hear you now.
I'm just gonna go because I'm embarrassed. Well, let's use your funky internet, yeah, Mr. Patrick.
I got my wire. You're supposed to get your wire. You're supposed to plug into the wire. I'm prepared for the show.
I should do that. Okay, I'll do better. Yo, we got to end this show somehow. Let's end it somehow. Let me think of how I should end it.
How you gonna end it?
Well, that's one way to end it. I mean, sometimes you just gotta kick a brother out and then go ahead on and do your thing. So, all right, y'all. I guess get back to
Hey man, this is awful.
That was terrible. No, we're gonna do better next week. I promise.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
I promise. So
pray for us, yo.
Yeah. Hey, Patrick, you got any room? You got any room in your closet?
How much room? Don't be sending that baby over here.
No, we're having this up. I can't believe he fell for that. He did. All right, y'all. We got to go. I love y'all. Have a great day.